crafty goblins and ghouls. I hope you're having a bootastic day today. Welcome to day 10 of our 13 days of Halloween craft series hosted by Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking, Elizabeth Garza from Live, Craft, and Love, and yours truly, Robyn Pitts with Sir Chauncey Rocco Creative Designs. We are in the home stretch. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart for taking time to join this craft series. Hopefully you've been inspired by some of the wonderful projects that you've seen, and you've gotten to know each of us a little bit better. I want to remind you that we will be announcing our giveaways on Saturday, and each channel will be giving away 2 prizes. So please make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe to each channel for your opportunity to win a prize. Once again, each channel will be giving away 2 prizes. For today's project, I created these fun cards using a digital file from SVG Cuts called Halloween box cards. Now I have to admit, these take quite a bit of time to put together. In this video, I will be showing you how to do the cards, but they're really fun, and with a little patience, you can develop very, very lovely cards. I will go through each of them one by one, and then if you stay till the end of the video, you will see how I've put them together. Before I review the cards, let me show you the paper that I used. I use this paper stack. It's called Haunted Hollow, and it's by American Crafts, and I use this for all 3 cards that I'm going to share with you today. This is my first card. I love the way it turned out. It has so much detail. I love all of the stars. I did use quite a bit of foam adhesive to increase the dimensions. I love this little kitty here with his little birthday hat. I put a little pom-pom on the top. This is the side. When you look on the side, you can see that it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 different layers. This is the back. On the back here is where I will stamp my sentiment. This is the side. I think this is so adorable. You have this little crank like you'd have for a real jack-o'-lantern. And the great thing about this box card is that it can fold flat, and you can stick this in an envelope. There are oversized envelopes that come in this digital cut file. The next card is this owl and jack-o'-lantern card. This is really fun. On the front here, I have distressed this pumpkin, and I have 1, 2, 3 layers to the pumpkin that really, I think, makes him come alive. This owl, I did use textured paper, and I love how the little feathers look like they're ruffled. This is a side, and this is the back where the sentiment will go. But I think this is just so adorable. I love this little owl, and again, it can fold flat and mail in an envelope, and there is a digital file for each of the different designs in this set. The last one that I created is this little book box, and it's called Ghost Stories. On the front here, you can see the ghost stories in the black and yellow letters. We've got the little jack-o'-lantern here, and a little ghost, and then the moon in the back. The great thing about this is not only is this a box card, it's also a book. Let me show you the sides first. This is the spine. This is the back, and I've typed out Happy Haunting. And then on the inside front cover, you have all of these pages that you can put photos on. I think this is so cute. Okay, so let me show you how I made some of these cards. In order to cut this card, you must first import all of the images into Cricut Design Space from SVG Cuts. Once you've done that, you cut out the individual pieces in your desired cardstock, and then you're ready to assemble. I have cut out all of the pieces, and I have inked them. Now, this may look a bit daunting, and I have to admit, the first time that I used one of the files from SVG Cuts, I was a little overwhelmed because there's so many pieces. However, they do include this handy PDF instruction sheet for each card, and it shows you the different layers, it shows you the individual pieces, and they also have an instructional tutorial online. So my suggestion to you is take your time, Follow the directions, and once you get a few of these under the belt, you'll be making these in no time. The end result truly is lovely. Here you'll see that this is a first panel. I have taken a pen and highlighted. This is panel 1. This is the back panel. This is panel 2, panel 3, and then we have the front panel here. So I'm going to start gluing these pieces on, and then I will come back to assemble the card. These are the elements for the front panel of the box card. I'm going to add some dimension to the card by popping up some of these stars. So I'm going to take a foam dot and put it on the back here. And glue this first one down. Then I'm going to glue this panel down on the front like so. Then I'm going to glue this piece on the bottom, and you can see there's a little outline there. I'm going to take this star and put it right here. I will put this black star in the center, and I'm going to pop that up on a pop dot. Now we need to glue this side piece on, and you'll notice this space here has this little handle, and this piece has a little hole. So we're just going to gently put the little handle through the hole and then glue this down. So your front panel is now complete. Let's move on to panel 1. Panel 1 is fairly easy. All we're going to do is add these stars on. You can always go back and embellish them later if you'd like. So this is panel 1. Let's move on to panel 2. These are the pieces for panel 2. Now this will be relatively easy to put together because we're simply following along the lines of the cut images. So this is the base. This is the back of the head. This is the cat face, and you'll notice that it fits right here. The ears line up in the front of the yellow, and there's a little border behind it. We have the little hat, a little crown, which goes on top of his hat, and then his collar. So let's start gluing the pieces down. Now we're going to glue the head onto the body. I'm just going to glue him with foam tape. I'm going to put his head, actually, you know what? I'm going to tilt his head just a little bit. And then I'm going to glue the star like this, and I'm going to put that on dimensional tape. We're going to put this right here. So now panel 2 is complete. Let's move on to panel 3. We have lots of stars. We have a background panel, this little mat. We're going to glue this down first. We're going to put the mat down right here in the middle, and we want to put our first star down. We can pop that up on foam tape. Then we want to put our second star down. This one I'm not going to put on foam tape. This one is going to go on the top here. I will put a piece of foam tape on this one. We'll put this little black one right here. So panel 3 is now complete. We're going to move on to the back panel. So these pieces are going to be glued on just like so. So let's glue this side panel on. I'm going to glue this star on top. We're going to glue this frame on. We're going to glue this matte piece on. Okay, let's glue down this star. We're going to put this right here. And then I'm going to glue this little star. So now we're going to put together all the pieces. So I'm going to bring everything back in. Now that we have all of our pieces put together, we're going to put the base together. So we're going to take the front panel and the back panel, and we're going to glue them together right at the score mark. So let's go ahead and do that now. Line this up, and then we're going to attach this back panel. Might be easier to do it this way. And this should line up perfectly. And there's your box. You should be able to fold it in either direction. We have our base assembled. We're going to start inserting our panel. So we're going to start with the very back piece, which is number 3. We're going to fold in our pieces on the score lines, put a little glue on the tabs, fold them in, and then we're going to put this inside just like so, and make sure that the panels are aligned all the way to the back and flushed with the top of the box. So now we're going to glue in the second piece, just like we did for the first. We're just going to fold back these tabs, put it in, and you want to make sure that these tabs are perpendicular to the back tab, so it is flushed against the back tab, panel 3, that we just glued in. And you again want to make sure that the panels do not come above this edge here. You want to make sure you fold it back and forth, because remember, these cards will mail flat. And then we're going to do the same thing to the first panel. We're going to make sure this is flushed against the back piece. And when I turn it this way, you can see that there's an even space between the back panel, the second panel, and the third panel. Now this little piece here, I think I'm going to glue down. I'm going to put a little pop dot here. And this is our completed pop-up box. On the back here, I'm going to stamp a little sentiment that says Happy Halloween. But this is a side. Here's a little cranker. And this is our little kitty cat. And the stars, I think this is just so adorable. And the best thing about it is it folds flat. So I've cut out all the pieces for our second box card. I've also gone through and inked all of the edges. Some of the pieces I've already glued together, and I am using quite a bit of dimensional foam tape to give some of the pieces added dimension, like this jack-o'-lantern and this little owl. So this is the front facing piece of the card, and the way that we know that is because all of the pieces are going in the same direction. So what we want to do is turn this over, because this will be the back of the card, and we want to glue this decorative piece right on the back, just like that. You want to make sure that you have an even border all around. Okay, let's put this piece aside. Now we're going to attach the owl. As you can tell, this has a variety of pieces. I've cut the body out in brown, and this was already a textured cardstock. And what's really cool about this is that it's got these little pieces here, and I'm just using my finger to perk up these little pieces, his little feathers, so it adds even more dimension. I have added foam tape to his eye area, and then I've glued down his little claws. So we're going to attach that to the base here. Before I do that, I do want to curve these edges here, his arms, so I'm just going to go like that. I guess I could use a pencil, but my thumb is working fine enough. I'm going to glue down the head part and the feet just so it gives it a little bit of curve, like this, so that our owl has some dimension, and you can see its arms are raised. Next, I'm going to attach the little eyes. These are very, very tiny. We're going to put them right in the center with the little pie piece cut out looking upwards, like that. We're going to glue this piece down the exact same way, but in the opposite direction. Next, we're going to glue down his little bill. I did put brown ink on this, and I've bent it a little bit. Okay, that's great. It's got a little bend to it, so it's got some dimension. Okay, let's put our owl aside and finish assembling our jack-o'-lantern. I have already inked the edges with a dark brown ink. This first layer here has been put on top of dimensional tape, and then this piece here, which sits right on top, I've put dimensional foam tape on. So I'm going to go ahead and glue that down now. And then our last piece is going to go right down here. So now we want to attach our pumpkin to the base, and to do that we're going to glue this edge to this edge here. Let's glue this first piece down. And we're going to align it just like so. Okay, and you want to do the same thing to the opposite side. There you have our little box. Next, we're going to glue down the decorative pieces on these tabs right here. And then we're going to glue this piece in. So we're going to fold back the tabs, glue these here, and then we're going to stick it in the box and make sure that it is flushed to the back, just like so. Now this is going to be a snug fit, so you may get a little glue on the sides. And then what you want to do is fold this to the side to make sure that this folds flat, so you'll be able to get into the envelope. Next, we want to put the finishing details on here. I'm going to glue a little star on the pumpkin right there. Actually, I want to put a pop dot on there. Star on the owl's shoulder. And we'll put this last little tiny star right here. And there you have your owl box card. Now in the back will go the sentiment, and I'm just going to stamp that down right there. Very cute. Our last project that we're going to do is called Ghost Stories. To save time, I've already glued down each of the pieces, and so in this portion we will just be gluing down the individual panels. In your file, you'll have 3 panels. This is panel 1 that has the moon. Panel 2, which is the back of the card. And then panel 3, which is actually the front. And so what we're going to do is to glue panel 1 and panel 2 together right on that score line. Now you want to attach panel 2 and panel 3 together. Then you want to glue this piece right here. There's no number on it, but this is technically 4. And it has a small, thin score line here. You want to glue this to number 3. Now that we have these pieces adhered, I'm going to turn it over. And this is the last piece that we just attached. So we're going to glue this little flange here right down like so. And so it's going to create a little tiny shadow box just like this. Now you want to glue this little flange on the inside, just like you did here. Just like so. Next we have these 2 pieces, and I'm going to go ahead and glue them together. You have these 2 tabs here. We're going to glue these on the tabs like so, so that it actually creates like a little box. And this back piece is what will be glued into the book. Okay, and now we can glue this panel right down in the middle. you go. Okay, then we're going to glue down this title here, right in the center. This is going to go right in the center. And then we have this little bat, which is going to go right here. And there you have it. There is our Spooky Ghost Stories book box. That concludes my review of the Halloween box cards by SVG Cuts. Hopefully I've inspired you with some fun, new and creative ideas. If you like this video, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that little bell so that you will receive all of my future videos. Please be sure to visit my friends Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking and Elizabeth Garza from Live, Craft, and Love to see their fun projects. And remember, each channel will be giving away 2 giveaways, so you want to be sure to check out their channels to see if you are a winner. We will be announcing the winners on Saturday. Thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye for now, and happy haunting.